Malibu, California, known for its beauty, Baywatch, and its celebrity residents. But most famous of all, it's known for its gorgeous beaches. I'll tell you what, it is a windy one out there. Probably about 50 mile per hour gusts, 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts. It's crazy. We picked the most windy day to come here to the beach, but welcome to Malibu, California. We're technically not right in Malibu, just north of Malibu, at a Point Mugu campground, state park campground called Thornhill Broom. We've seen this one passing by occasionally, and we thought it'd be awesome to stay here. We don't have the trailer because you can't have anything over 31 feet, and that would be the truck and the trailer combined, which mine would be. So we're just camping out of the truck, old school style. Plan to be here for a couple of days, and or a couple nights, I should say. Plan to cook up some good food as long as this wind isn't too crazy. And just enjoy being right here on the coast. We situated the truck so that the front end is facing into the wind, so we can kind of sit back here and have it as a wind block. I'll get this all set up and show it to you once I do. The band Steely Dan has a song lyric, "Here comes those Santa Ana winds again," and they were here, also sometimes called the devil winds. We had a temporary lull in the wind where we were able to sit and enjoy the beach, but then it kicked up again. So we're going to head over to the world famous Neptune's Net for dinner. Unfortunately, the power has been out at Neptune's Net since 9 a.m. this morning. I'm sure it's due to the heavy winds. The wind this is considered a windstorm. It's a high wind storm, so it's pretty gnarly. So we are just getting back in the car and going to head towards Oxnard and Ventura to see if we can find a place to eat there. Unbeknownst to us, a wildfire had broken out in the city of Camarillo in Ventura County, dubbed the Mountain Fire. We were about to drive right into the thick of the smoke. After checking on the status online, we felt it was safe enough to continue with our dinner plans. I did not plan to make dinner tonight because I knew it was going to be really windy and I wouldn't be able to cook outside. So we had planned to go out to eat somewhere. Thought maybe we could go to Neptune's Net, and unfortunately the power is out. So we came over here to Oxnard, and there's a fire in Camarillo and all the smoke is blowing over here from the fire. So it's pretty smoky, but the restaurant's open, and we are gonna go over to the Yard House. Unfortunately, I totally failed to film inside the restaurant and show you my food, but we split a pizza and some sweet potato fries. We weren't going to hang around any longer than necessary as the smoke was getting really bad and there was a really bad smell in the air as well.
It smells pretty strong. Lay down on it. Tell me what you think.
Well, I gotta like make the bed.
Oh, you gotta make the bed.
I do. It's so hard to judge. Everything's askew. That air mattress turned out to be really comfortable last night. I'm going to go ahead and make our coffee on the tailgate of the truck because it is still quite windy out here, and using the truck as a wind block. Oh yeah, it's smoky still. Couldn't really see it this morning. I'll tell you, being in this area definitely brings back a lot of memories for me. For those of you that don't know, I grew up in Southern California. I spent my entire life before hitting the road full time being near the beach, and this area in particular was an area that I came to a lot as a teen because it was the closest to the San Fernando Valley. The beaches of Malibu, Santa Monica, and the San Fernando Valley is where I lived. I was born in Panorama City, which is in the San Fernando Valley, and I lived my life half in Orange County and half in LA, but through my teen years, it was mainly up here in LA. I spent a lot of time camping at Leo Carrillo State Beach, which is south of here. I've never camped at this particular beach, but Leo Carrillo is south of here, and we would spend the night there as teens. I hung around a lot of surfers, so we would spend the night there in the campground and then go over to Zuma Beach in the morning so the guys could surf. It was some fun times. We also would just camp right on the beach sometimes, just in a sleeping bag right on the sand. I do remember being on the sand during some windy nights and getting pelted with the sand, kind of like last night. Pretty crazy winds last night, and it's starting to kick up a little bit more again this morning, but not as bad as yesterday so far, and it is supposed to die down as the day goes on. Kind of a bummer that we weren't able to go to Neptune's Net yesterday. That is definitely a classic of the Malibu area. I highly recommend it if you're ever here. I did receive an email notification that this campground, Leo Carrillo Campground, and I think it's called Sycamore Canyon Campground, do not have power, and that was a problem down at Neptune's Net yesterday, and they said that there would not be power today either, so there may not be power there today, and we might have to skip it. I do have some food to make for dinner tonight, so if we can't eat out, we'll definitely cook up a nice dinner here, hopefully if it's not too windy. Here in the truck camper for this trip, I just have a very basic setup. You've probably seen my no-build truck camping setup, which is a little bit more elaborate, where I have a cot and everything. But for this setup, I just have a full-sized inflatable mattress. I just bought an under $20 inflatable mattress at Walmart, and it's about 10 inches thick, and it is so comfortable. It fits perfectly between my wheel wells, which I was worried that it wouldn't fit. I thought it'd be squished, but it's perfect. And then I'm just putting up Reflectix on the windows for privacy. We did leave it off this window over here and then the back window overnight last night, and it was nice because we saw the sunrise this morning and it was a beautiful view. Today the plan is to hang out here at camp as well as go explore the area, and then hopefully get back over to Neptune's Net and see if we can get in for a bite to eat. One of the reasons that we are here at the moment is because Joey had planned to take a backpacking trip on the Channel Islands. However, because of this fire and they are all smoked out, the islands, we can see some of the islands from here, he is going to go ahead and cancel those plans. He will be flying out of LAX shortly, within I think a week or so. So he wanted to spend some time at the beach. I wanted to get back to the beach, and here we are. I don't have the trailer here, I think I mentioned yesterday, because you cannot have anything over 31 feet, and that includes a tow vehicle and the trailer, and I think that we are over 31 feet with the tongue of the trailer as well. I haven't measured it, but I wasn't going to take any chances, and I just wanted to get back into the truck camper. I have some plans to go over regarding my winter plans. I don't know that I'll do that in this video. Might save that for another video, but I plan to be maybe camping out of this guy a little bit more. We're getting a little break in the wind this morning, so I'm going to attempt to make breakfast. Tell you what, it is nice to have a little break from the wind. It was so strong last night, it felt like it was going to knock the whole truck over. I talked to the camp host here, and he said it's the windiest he's ever seen it, and there was a hurricane last year, so it's windy. We will toast up a couple everything bagels. Then we're going to cook up some eggs and put a slice of cheese on it. It's going to be a little bacon and egg bagel sandwich. Broke one yolk, so I'm going to cook another one. Sliding down. Go, Joseph. What do you think of that?
2 eggs, that's huge. I got the double egg with bacon.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
I think we're gonna go ahead and try to head into Malibu. I don't think Neptune's Net is open. I just tried calling and there was no answer. So I don't think they're open, but we're gonna go into town. Joey's gonna pick up a few brewskis as long as we can find a market or something that's open and just check out Malibu. A little afternoon charcuterie board of cheese and crackers and watermelon. I just checked on what was happening with the fire here, the Ventura fire. It's called the Mountain Fire. And unfortunately, there is 0% containment at this point. It's burned, I think, over 14,000 acres. And the wind is still blowing. It's not quite as bad as it was yesterday. It's calming down, which is good. But the wind has been fueling it. Many homes have burned down, so I want to send my thoughts and prayers out to those folks affected. I'm having a nice day here on the beach. I can see the smoke up north and just thinking about all those folks who are, you know, in the line of fire. Tonight I am making a creamy one-pot tomato beef pasta. Never made it before. I believe I have everything I need right here. Sounds pretty easy and sounds really good. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the onions and the garlic. Now I'm adding in some Italian herbs. 2 tablespoons approximately. Okay, now I'm adding the chicken broth, 4 cups, so this whole box. So we're gonna be boiling some pasta in this, so that's why it needs so much liquid. Some crushed tomatoes, about half of this can. Couldn't find the right size can, so. And tomato paste. Also gonna add some red pepper flakes and some kosher salt, some black pepper. I'll stir that all up. And now I will add the pasta and we'll let that simmer and boil for about 15 minutes. I'm adding some rotini pasta. And while that's all simmering, I'm going to clean up this mess.
Chicken broth, correct?
It's creamy beef pasta. All right, adding the finishing touch, which is the heavy cream. This is gonna thicken this up. Get a spoon. There's a spoon or a fork, whatever you want to use. Yes, that's how I planned it, really. Oops.
Wow,
We're gonna have
that's
to really
ground
wipe
beef
that
in
off.
there, huh?
Yeah. Mmm. It's
Yeah.
good. Where?
Not cloud, but
It's from the. It's from the smoke. These little lights just stick up with Velcro. Again, I'll link a video below that shows my whole no-build setup back here. This is a simplified version of it. You can check that out to see the whole entire tour of my no-build. Tonight we're just gonna chill out and watch Jaws. We decided to watch Jaws because we've been staring out at the ocean all day, wondering about the sharks out there, hoping we'd see a fin go by, but no such luck. So we're just going to have fun watching that. It's an old classic, and relax. It's our last night here. My kettle fell and the handle broke off yesterday. Good morning. I'm enjoying a little coffee in bed this morning. It's a beautiful morning here and it's our last morning, so we'll probably get some breakfast going pretty soon and get packed up and get on out of here. It's definitely a different experience camping out of the truck. You're doing a lot more of what I would normally do inside, outside, which is a good thing. It actually forces me to get outside more. So I'm doing all of my cooking. You have a little less privacy. You know, there are people walking by, so they can see you cooking. They see inside of the truck and all of that. But it's fun. I enjoy really getting back to basics. The street is pretty busy with traffic. It does die down overnight, so you can just hear the sound of the waves crashing. The moon was spectacular last night over the water. You can see it glowing and it looks so close. I could see it right out the window. It was just a lovely time being here. I really do miss the ocean from time to time, and I really feel the need to get back here. Winter is always a challenging time for me, living on the road, being a nomad, finding out where to go, where to spend that time. It's kind of a no-brainer that I'll be around home over the holidays, but it's just more challenging to find destinations when a lot of the places that I love are covered in snow. I'm just wrapping up the packing up process. It's almost time to get on out of here. It's really not too difficult to pack up. Easier than what you might expect. I think the initial packing of the truck is a lot more time consuming than just getting it ready to move and get back on the road. I touched a little bit on how difficult it can be to be a nomad during the winter months. I know we're not in winter yet. It's coming up though. I will talk about that a little bit more in an upcoming video. I do have some plans, but not all of my plans, so I'll go over that and just kind of what the thought process is when it comes to winter. I have not checked on the status of the local fire, which is the mountain fire in Ventura. I do still see smoke. I can see the Channel Islands are still shrouded in smoke. It's kind of moving its way south, but the winds have died down considerably, so hopefully that gives the firefighters a chance to get it under control if it's still not contained. It's been awesome being back up here and seeing some of my childhood haunts once again. I actually have stayed in Leo Carrillo several times this year, but I've never filmed it. So this is the first time I've been here at the coast, down here near my old hometown where I filmed it. I hope you all have enjoyed seeing it and coming along with me. I always appreciate you watching. I appreciate you all so much. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's absolutely free and it helps the channel a lot. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned to see where I land next, and I will see you on the next adventure. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.